What is the role of design in an organization, you ask? Allow me to illustrate with an example. At my company, we had received some feedback that there was a challenge in the usability of a change we had implemented. Users were saying that putting the right-click menu on the left click of the mouse was confusing. So we observed the users, we understood their pain, and through rigorous design thinking, we had come to the conclusion that reversing the functionality of the left click and the right click was not beneficial to usability. This is the kind of careful and thoughtful work that designers dedicate their time to. You see, in the past, all this difficult thinking was left up to the engineers. Where do you put a button? Where do you access this menu? How do you start a video? How do you stop it? Where do I find the email to contact the organization? But today, with designers and design thinking, we can run tests to understand exactly what the users are looking for and then deliver to them that value efficiently and effectively. Since design has been introduced broadly to business, we have seen an increase of 100-fold in revenue in our company and in other companies like ours. Design has the ability to revolutionize your business. You might think that some of what has been mentioned about design is common sense, but that's the beauty of it. It is so elusively simple that it seems like common sense, but it is not. Every single seemingly common sense decision was the result of deep and intensive design thinking methodology and practice. We carefully use post-its to put up our ideas and understand what it is we are trying to do. And then we rearrange those post-its carefully to organize our ideas into something meaningful. We then build simple versions of the product that we put into users' hands, and then we build the product. Before this process, not a single invention was made that had impacted the world. Just look at design processes at some of our best companies. Photo sharing apps, such design could only have happened with such rigorous methodology. I only wonder what they did before this. I can't think of any inventions that were done before design thinking that were meaningful to us. Not a single one. It's curious. I wonder why. Even when I started design, I didn't realize my potential. When I first started, I was unleashed, loose like a cannon. I would come up with, works that would sort of just flow out of me easily, but that didn't deliver the sort of rigor, the sort of quality that I wanted. Only now, after observing users and arranging my post-its very carefully, have I realized what I am, what my potential is as a designer. Now, I can call myself a true designer because nothing I do is my own thought. I merely translate what the users say through my post-its and design thinking process into products that users absolutely love. Going back to that left click, right click example. Imagine we had left it up to the engineers and they simply pushed the change, like switching the left click and right click. What would have happened? Of course, I'd like to say that anyone could become a designer. But that's not necessarily true. It is true that anyone can study design. But it is not true that everyone will become a designer after they study it. Think about doctors. Anyone can study medicine, but not everyone becomes a doctor.